Imagine waking up on a world where Earth boasts a set of colossal luminous rings arching across the sky. These rings, made of ice and rocky debris, stretch thousands of kilometers above the equator, encircling our planet like a cosmic crown. In this alternate Earth, the rings are instantly visible from much of the globe, casting shimmering shadows and painting the heavens with dazzling bands of silver and gold. For those living within the tropics, the rings dominate both day and night, transforming the sky into a living canvas. Sunlight filters through the icy particles, scattering rainbows and creating a perpetual twilight glow in some regions. The rings become a natural calendar, their shifting angles marking the seasons more vividly than any solstice. Humanity's relationship with the sky is fundamentally altered. Every civilization, from the earliest cave painters to modern city dwellers, is united by the awe-inspiring sight of the rings overhead. The sense of wonder is matched only by curiosity. What are these bands, and how do they shape the world below? The presence of gigantic rings above Earth brings profound changes to our environment. The rings cast broad shifting shadows across the equator, creating bands of semi-permanent twilight that march westward as the planet spins. These shadows cool equatorial regions, lowering average temperatures and altering rainfall patterns. Deserts might shrink as cooler air allows forests and grasslands to spread, while some areas become more arid due to the rings blocking sunlight. The rings' reflective ice brightens nights, disrupting the natural rhythms of nocturnal animals and confusing migratory species that rely on starlight. Meteor showers become more common as ring debris occasionally descends through the atmosphere in brilliant, harmless streaks. The rings also serve as a shield, absorbing some solar radiation and reducing the frequency of harmful ultraviolet rays at the surface. Scientists race to understand the new climate zones, while farmers adjust crops and calendars to the rings' peculiar influence. The world's weather patterns are rewritten, with some regions blessed by gentle rains and others challenged by unpredictable droughts. Human history is forever changed by the rings above. Ancient cultures build their myths and calendars around the ever-present arcs, seeing gods, dragons, or rivers of light in their shifting shapes. Stone monuments and temples are aligned not just to the sun and stars, but to the rings' seasonal tilts and shadow paths. Navigation becomes more precise as the rings provide a constant reference in the sky. Sailors and travelers chart their courses by their position and orientation. Nations and cities thrive or struggle depending on their relationship to the rings' shadows. Equatorial civilizations develop unique architecture to harness the diffuse light, while those farther north and south marvel at the rings' appearance only during certain seasons. Great works of art, literature, and science are inspired by the rings, which become a universal symbol of beauty and the passage of time. The global psyche is shaped by this shared spectacle, fostering a sense of unity and cosmic perspective that transcends borders and centuries. The rings spark a scientific revolution centuries ahead of schedule. Early astronomers, captivated by the rings' structure and motion, develop optics and mathematics to understand their origins. The realization that the rings are made of countless orbiting fragments spurs the birth of physics and celestial mechanics. As telescopes improve, scientists observe the rings' composition and dynamics, laying the groundwork for orbital science and rocketry. The rings become both a laboratory and a launch pad. By the modern era, engineers design spacecraft to venture into the rings, harvesting ice for water and fuel. Spaceports are built near the equator, where the rings are closest and easiest to reach. The dream of living among the rings becomes reality, with research outposts clinging to larger chunks, offering breathtaking views of Earth and the cosmos. The rings also serve as a warning. Occasional collisions send showers of debris into the atmosphere, reminding humanity of the fragility of their world and the need to monitor the skies. With the rings as a constant presence, art and culture blossom in new directions. Poets and painters strive to capture their shifting hues and mysterious beauty, while composers write symphonies inspired by the rings' silent grandeur. The rings become central to world religions, symbolizing eternity, unity, or the boundary between Earth and the cosmos. Festivals and rituals revolve around the rings' annual cycles, with entire societies gathering to celebrate moments when the rings stand brightest or cast their longest shadows. In modern times, filmmakers and digital artists use the rings as a backdrop for stories of love, adventure, and discovery. The rings even shape language. Phrases like "under the rings" or "in the shadow of the bands" enter common speech. The rings are a reminder of humanity's smallness and its capacity for wonder, inspiring generations to look up, dream, and explore.